Back at Portland International Raceway, the Mazda Grand Prix of Portland weekend, part of the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup Championship. With Elliott Forbes Robinson, Derek Bernasiglio on pit road, I'm Rick Benjamin. Couple of laps to go. It's still Brad Rampelberg's race to lose, but Todd Burris and Andrew Cadell want a piece of the action here.
Boy, and they're still having a great race. It's too bad about Eric because to make that up again before the end of this race is going to be almost impossible. But these guys are still going at it.
Voss is still there in fourth, but he's lost contact with the three leaders. Derek Bernasiglio on pit road. Derek, what happened to Eric Voss one lap ago?
And guys, word down here in the pits is Eric Voss missed a shift. It may have only cost him a fraction of a second out on the racetrack, but it's going to cost him many car lengths.
Yeah, and that's what happens. You know, you miss a shift. You don't think, oh, boy, that's just a missed shift. It wasn't much. The only trouble is you lose all your drive and actually have to drop back in the lower gear again and start over again because you've lost your speed.
It certainly killed Voss's chances. He was about to elbow his way to third, it appeared. Meantime, Ryan Shims in the 81. Trying to get back into contention for perhaps a top five. The driver who won at Mosport in the rain, Robert Huffmaster in the 27 car. These drivers are teammates. They're nose to tail fighting it out for sixth now.
Christian Frank has just driven away from these guys, so you can see how the gap there is. And Christian's just laying down some pretty good laps at this time in the race, way late in the race. I didn't think he'd have any tires left. I was wrong.
He's been off in the weeds 2 or 3 times here today, but boy, he is not afraid to stick his foot in it, no question. These are the top 4 cars. The clock starting to wind down. This may be the final lap today at Portland International Raceway in the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup. Brad Rampelberg has about a 5-car length lead over Todd Burris. Cadell is third. Voss has gotten back into the hunt here. Can Voss make a race out of this? And the white flag a little later than normal.
It looks like they gave it after the leaders went by. I'm not sure that they know it's the last lap unless the crew is letting them know.
Battling deeper in the field meantime, the Sonic 44 car trying to make some moves, gain some ground. There's Christian Frank. Those first 2 cars we saw, lap cars.
I gotta tell him something. I gotta tell him something here, guys. I gotta tell him something.
Jason Saney on the radio with his teammates. Remember, he was the champion here a year ago. He's now moved up to World Challenge. Mazda advancing him up the racing ladder, but he's helping craft strategy for the MER team on pit road, talking to the SCCA about what to do since apparently the white flag wasn't shown to the lead cars.
Yeah, and you know, normally if you don't see the white flag, it is not the last lap for you. So it's really a hard situation for these guys that are out there running now to know whether this is the last lap or that it's not the last lap, because it's a timed lap race, not into how many laps you're going.
Rampelberg and Burris 1-2 heading down into the final couple of corners. We should see the checkered flag this time by. Rampelberg has led a lot of laps here today. Burris going to try to make one last charge at him off the final corner.
And Eric Voss is right back up there where I never thought he'd get back up to in this time. And he has actually a shot at drafting by here going to the start-finish line.
Burris swings to the inside. He's going to try to make a move on the race leader. But no, it'll be Brad Rampelberg picking up the victory at Portland International Raceway. Rampelberg takes the checkered flag in the Mazda Grand Prix of Portland.
With a great job at driving. He had pressure on him all day, was running in second, had to get by a couple of times. Great racing by Rampelberg.
Brad Rampelberg picks up his first win in the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup here in 2008 in the Patron Tequila car. This a battle for position deeper in the field. Steve Welk there trying to make a move on Neil Sapp. As they come to the line, it was a very tight battle for position. Now let's get more from pit road on what that controversy was with the display of the white flag. Let's get it downstairs to Derek.
Down here with Jason Saney, we saw tension starting to mount. What happened?
Well, they threw the white flag on the 5th place car, and you can't do that because the leaders don't know it's the last lap. And now they threw the checker, and all of our drivers thought there were 2 laps to go. So they were obviously waiting and plotting their moves. So just a kind of a mistake on their part. You know, I know it's tough, a lot of communications going back and forth between the tower and everything, but something was missed, and it kind of cost us a chance to make a last lap run there.
Guys, it's a tough break down here in the MER pits.
And the 4th place driver, Eric Voss, who's one of the main contenders for the championship. Well, maybe the discussion is that he didn't realize it was the last lap. He was in 4th spot.
No, and it's not fair for the driver.
All right, we'll see how it plays out when we come back at Portland.